194 that initiated this committee. Because the first thing that I've realized, Mr. Speaker, up and above the substantive issues that the Honorable Senator, Chair of this particular committee has presented, is the fact that we have serious backlog in terms of looking at the investments that are in our counties. And Mr. Speaker, this has really contributed to why service provision is very difficult in our counties, Mr. Speaker. And alongside that, Mr. Speaker, one thing that the examination of the water companies in our counties has actually exposed to us is the idea of integrated development. And I wanted to give feedback with the issue of non-revenue water, Mr. Speaker. When we were examining the issue of non-revenue water in this committee, we ended up realizing that we actually were able to, more and more as we went through the committee, we were actually able to articulate that actually non-revenue water emerges from donation of water, 1, and then 2, physical losses, and then 3, commercial losses. And we are realizing, Mr. Speaker, that the physical losses, which actually ended up comprising the highest number of non-revenue water in the counties, Mr. Speaker, was due to a lot of dilapidated pipes that are being affected by massive construction that are going on in the county, Mr. Speaker. And you can imagine if this is what is happening in the counties where one department that is dealing with water is rectifying water in the counties or even nationally, and then departments that are dealing with roads in these counties are also coming to affect the same places where these pipes are passing, Mr. Speaker, then becomes an endemic problem for provision of water and sanitation in this country, Mr. Speaker. So I want just to comment on that aspect, that can we be able to have a way that we can be able to feedback both national bodies as well as local bodies, especially in the counties, so that we have an integrated development plan that looks into these issues and help these counties grow. Otherwise, Mr. Speaker, I thank you, and I hope that this committee will continue.
Senator Chirange.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. So I want to comment on our counterpart committee, County Public Investment Committee. I think in this session, Mr. Speaker, this is the first time that we have separated county public accounts. Mine are 2 observations, Mr. Speaker, sir, is on the running of water companies. Most of the water companies are under, most of them are underperforming, and I think the major reason, Mr. Speaker, is on non-revenue water. I think they need to improve in collecting water, because, Mr. Speaker, under Article 43, water is life. There is access to water. But the goodness, I'm happy under William Ruto's government, the intention of developing dams, Mr. Speaker, including Keben Dam in Nandi County, Posta Dam, Itare Dam, Karmenu, Thipa, Twake, among other areas, Mr. Speaker, and even in northern part where Senator Chute comes from in Marsabit, Mr. Speaker, is that there will be many dams that will ensure each and every, Mr. Speaker, water is available to Kenyans. Even when you look at aquifer water, also the presence of aquifer water, Mr. Speaker, in Turkana, we need to exploit. But my point is that we need to improve. And in fact, Mr. Speaker, the second observation we made, especially in Eldowas and Kapsabet Water Company, is non-revenue water where they are yet to automate the collection of water, water tariffs and water levies across Nandi. Nandi, we still have a big challenge. We believe by construction of Keben Dam, Mr. Speaker, sir, it will allow us to get a lot of funds and money. Mr. Speaker, the third point is I want to request the committee as a future to assist us in developing these waterworks. Because where I come from, we are under Lake Victoria Water Node Services. Yet the headquarters and assets are all of them based in Kakamega, Mr. Speaker. Is it possible to create counties that have some particular cultural and thinking to be in one waterworks? Because our assets are being controlled at Kakamega, sometimes they take vehicles, meters, Mr. Speaker. Is it possible? And even our money, Mr. Speaker, under CSR that is given to Lake Victoria Water Works, when you go to Lake Victoria Water Works in Kakamega, they have employed one ethnic group, Mr. Speaker. Apparently from where Senator Utsotsi comes from and Senator Boni Khalwale. Yet the huge chunk, Mr. Speaker, comes from Nandi County and part of Wazingishu County, Mr. Speaker. Is it possible for the CPIC to push to ensure if we have waterworks, we have waterworks that controls that are peculiar? Mr. Speaker, the biggest challenge also is in Nairobi, Water and Sanitation Company. Mr. Speaker, can you believe most of these water companies